So thank you, organizers, and it is a good movement that News24 has organized such an event, talking about our future. I think a lot of people are missing because of the lunch time, but it's important that we cover this topic. And thank you very much for being here. So the topic given to me is, future of fuels. And future of fuels, when we talk something, what we are going to see after 30 years, 35 years in our life. Bhopal is a beautiful city. It's the city of lakes, greenery all around. I have lived in Bhopal in late 80s, and almost 30 years, they could retain the greenery and keep the environment good. So this should continue, and so many cities are trying to achieve what Bhopal has achieved, but there is a lot of development, lot of industries which are being set up in other cities and causing, lot of pollution everywhere. So I come from a city which is, one of the polluted city, and it is listed, in the top 20 polluted cities of the world. Now, this is where the Noida is, Delhi is. You all hear, in news items how the pollution is, and government is doing their best to ban diesel vehicle, furnace oil, coal-based plants. So, despite all restrictions, construction is banned in the winter. We live in this environment. Basically, when we see Bhopal, it's quite green, and this is what we want to achieve. Other day, presently, we have COP27 going on in Egypt. Everybody is talking about climate change and what we need to do in life to preserve our climate so that everybody should have a clean air. And one of the main topic is how environment can be kept green and livable for all of us. And India has presented a very good concept there, which is, lifestyle of environment. Now, this is something, I never heard in my life. Environment can also have a lifestyle, but this is what we have presented, and our planners, policy makers, Prime Minister should be congratulated for that world is witnessing this concept. And the concept, can be summarized like world has to move from mindless and unnecessary consumption, wasteful consumption, to mindful and deliberate utilization. So these four keywords, these four keywords, they decide our future. When we say mindless, means there are people plenty around us, they don't care. They have to look after their own bread and butter, and they just move the way they want. Even some of the policymakers, some of the institutions, you go to them for some approvals or something, files are lying here and there, they will not allow these good things to happen on the ground. So these are the people who need to change. Similarly, when we say mindful, there are progressive people also in the society who makes life easy. They drive some changes in the society, and these people make things happen in the society. So presently, if you see the weighing scale, you will have mindless people and wasteful consumption at the top, and the good people are at the bottom. So we need to bring this weighing scale not at the equilibrium, but the good has to go up against the evil of spreading the pollution. So this is where we are. But if you see carefully in this definition, the responsibility is on individuals. So each of the individual has to change himself. And each of the individual has not only to think right, but they have to act also right. There are some people, they only think that this is the right thing to do, but when they act differently. So our job is to make sure that they think positive, they think good about the environment, and they move when they act on the ground, they should support the cause. So basically, that is the whole dynamics which will determine our future in coming times. I have seen many changes in my kitchen. We have seen, our grandmothers, mothers cooking from cow dung cakes in the kitchen, and they changed to kerosene stove, then improved kerosene stove. They have worked on coal also, then they worked on LPG, and now we are supplying piped natural gas also. So there is a upgradation of fuel. So in simple words, we have moved from more polluted fuel to the less polluted fuel. So growth has taken place in steps. So fundamental is very clear. We have to grow in steps, and we have to move up the ladder. So when we say up the ladder, then we also experience the better life. When you are cooking from the coal, you had a different life. When you were cooking from stove, there was a different life. Then when you are using LPG, then there is a different life. When we are experiencing PNG, it's a different life. So there is a quality of life which is getting upgraded into our system. So it is important that we live better, we grow better each day by day. And that is why, if you see the company which is working in India, in Bhopal, for last 3 years, Think Gas distribution. So the main key driver of this company is to bring change in society. We have to move people from more polluted fuel to less polluted fuel. And we are setting up, complete infrastructure to market natural gas. And this infrastructure includes setting up of pipelines, setting up of CNG stations, supplying gas to industry, supplying gas to our restaurant owners. So a complete, paradigm shift is taking place in the society. And the purpose of this is that people should move from polluted fuels to the clean fuel. And this transformation has happened elsewhere. And we have seen, advantages on the ground. There are very good experiences which people are feeling once they start using natural gas. There are reports that industries are increasing their productivity. The laborers in the industrial environment where they are using coal, they are more comfortable with gas. They are having a better life. In the kitchen, housewife is feeling very much, safe as compared to LPG. And she's more relaxed that gas is going to be available uninterrupted way. And there is no time that, gas will not be there. So similarly, restaurant owners, they are having, again, the improvement in quality of their products, what they are offering. And these things are making people experience a better life. Similarly, the auto rickshaw driver who was earning 200 rupees a day, with the help of CNG, they are earning 500, 600 rupees a day. So there is a, growth in income. He can on cumulative basis earn around 6,000 to 8,000 rupees per month more for his family and people, and that is giving him a very good peace with his family life. So there are numerous advantages and experiences which we can keep adding day by day. And this fuel, natural gas, is helping people to transform their life, to live better. And I would like to show you, some of the pictures of Bhopal. In last 2 years, there are some activities which are going in Bhopal, and those activities pertains to regarding supply of gas, use of gas, and you will see the the change in the landscape of Bhopal with these new things which are coming in the city. Whether it is a transport mix, whether it is a household, whether it is restaurant, there are a lot of changes happening on the ground, and that will make sure that in coming times Bhopal will be able to preserve their own environment, and people will continue to have a better life. So I'll start this. खुल के सांस लो, खुल के सांस लो, खुल के सांस लो. थैंक यू.
बिल्कुल यही कॉन्सेप्ट है थिंक गैस का, और किस तरीके से एक फ्रेश एयर लेना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. एक बार ज़ोरदार तालियों से हम यहाँ पर धन्यवाद करेंगे. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर.